Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Should be able to hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hmm. Can y'all hear me? Oh, you hear me? Okay. That's just weird. Uh, I normally watch my stream on my laptop. Anyway, it's acting up because it won't let me live stream from my laptop. So I'm streaming from my phone. And the battery ain't got that much in it, but it's got enough. So I will be looking at my laptop screen, watching the live stream, and so I can see your comments better. All right. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't believe it neither that they named them the New Avengers. I was like, what? They said that was like these guys in no way touch the Avengers. How can you call them the New Avengers? You got a Black Widow that people don't like as much as Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. You have the Red Guardian, who's a complete moron, can be funny at times. You've got Bucky. You got Bucky, who they've downplayed. You feel like he's almost non-existent in the movie in a way. Like he doesn't really have much of a presence. You've got Ghost, who nobody cares about. You killed Task Manager. That's what I'm calling her from now on. Task Manager. And you've got Bob Sentry, who they have. He can't be Sentry, he said, without having the Void with him. So he's useless. And you're calling them the next Avengers. But come on. Really? 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 Oh, God. So they shoot Taskmaster in the face. Ghost kills Taskmaster. Like the first, what, 10 minutes of the movie, first 15 minutes of the movie, shoots her right in the face. And you're sitting there like, what? You just got rid of like, I didn't like the character, okay? It was a gender swap, just like Ghost is. So, right there, it's like, as a fan, I'm like, get it right. You get what I'm saying? However, they got rid of Taskmaster so just like nonchalantly, just threw Taskmaster in the trash. I was just like, wow. Okay, I mean, I didn't want the character around anyway, unless you're gonna do it right, but like that? Okay. Uh I thought that was strange. I don't understand. Like, I figure if you're bringing this group together, you would have had them together at least till the end, and then maybe Taskmaster would get taken out at the end. It was weird, right? It doesn't make any sense. Um, Let me look up her politics and understand. What is she, conservative? Trash master. Yeah, trash master. And they actually gave her some cool moves in the fight scene that they all had together as a group. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, um, yeah. There's people asking questions that don't make sense. There we go again. So let's see. Let me see who became the big villain. Sentry was the villain. Trash Master. Let's see what questions y'all got. Let's talk some spoilers here, or mention something you want me to talk about. No, I'm not reacting to Jeremy John's review. I already saw it. All right. First person, they getting banned. Come on down. Like the price is right, baby. All right. Boom. I don't give a damn about Ghost. Yeah, I don't give a damn about Ghost. Sentry wasn't fire, but they did better with him than I definitely expected. You know, what's one thing that I'm noticing is that Marvel has been so bad for so long that something that's still low quality, people are like, oh my God, it was so great. Your standards have been lowered over time so badly. You know, like it reminds me of this joke this comic made. He was like, I like a girl that is easily impressed. Like when I pick her up for dates, she's like, ooh, your car start right up. Like she's so used to dating dudes that whose cars don't never start right, that when a guy that just has a regular car, something average that starts up, like this movie just started up, and a lot of people were impressed. Ooh, your car start right up. Nah, man. Let me see here. So at the end, the post-credit scene is them getting a notification while in Avengers Tower or whatever. A ship entered the upper atmosphere. So they ask them to put it on screen by satellite or whatever. And it's like a dumb scene because they're all like trying to get it on screen and trying to tell who to get it on screen. And then when you see it, it's the 1960s futuristic ship rocketing into our atmosphere, and then it turns and you see a 4 on it. Oh my God, the Fantastic Four. I just got done watching this big piece of trash, and you want me to get excited for something we don't even know if it's not going to be a big piece of trash. So I wasn't excited. I was just sitting there watching it like this. I told Scarlett, I said, look, it's a Fantastic Four. It's going to turn, the ship's going to show a 4 on it. Like, I already knew what it was going to do. It's like, you can't see the 4. It's going to show the 4. I told you Scarlett got all amped when Bucky took his jacket off, ready to fight Sentry. She was like, oh! And I was like, simmer down. No, absolutely nothing's going to happen. I told her beforehand because they were all fighting. I said, listen, none of them can do anything to him. And when I mean nothing, they can do nothing to him. Okay? And Bucky got serious. Pulled the metal arm out already. I was like, babe, just sit down. Ain't nothing going to happen. She sat up in her chair. She was like, oh! I was like, ain't nothing going to happen, babe. And she was like, oh. Yeah, Sentry beating him up was the best part. You're right. Sentry beating him up was the best part. He's relatively comic accurate. He's very close the way they make him. Because he had brown hair at first. And what I thought happened was after he got control of his powers, I thought that that's why his hair changed to blonde. But she had him, color his hair blonde. I guess for marketing purposes, she had him change his hair blonde. Um, he started talking crazy and talked about how he was a god, and she was like, "Well," she basically paraphrasing. She's like, "Well, no, you're not a god." He's like, "Well, you just told me I'm more powerful than all the Avengers put together, which includes one god." So, and me and Scarlett were like, "Oh, he about to start talking crazy. He about to go off. He's about to become unhinged." He reminded me of Nuclear Man and Homelander rolled into one. That's what he reminded me of once he was full Sentry. And they had a kill switch for him too that would turn him off. Just like Lex Luthor knew that no sunlight would turn Nuclear Man off. So they actually used it on him and then he was useless. You know what I mean? It just, that's when the Void came out. Yeah, I already said why I didn't like it. I didn't like it because it was boring. It was boring. I'm hearing all these people hyping it up. That makes a difference too. Sometimes when people really hype something up, you go in with certain expectations. I know you guys know this. You've had a homeboy that told you, or a girlfriend for the ladies watching, that have told you they're dating somebody and they are hot. And when you see them, you're like, what are you talking about? You've all had that situation. That's what that was like. I'm hearing all these crazy reviews about this. She's putting in an Oscar performance and how this is Marvel is back. And I'm like, I'm sitting here watching this and I'm like, they lied to me. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion. I'm sure some people really do like it. Um, I'm sure some people really were shilling too. And some people shill without being paid. Some people shill to get into the good graces of these companies. So they're like, oh my God, it was so great. Oh my God, you guys can't. Just so when Marvel execs and other people that do marketing and everything else watch them, they'll say, oh, oh, send them an email, ask them if they would like a gift basket, ask them if they would like to. I don't do that to get into their good graces. If I like something, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And my mailbox is full still of companies trying to do brand deals with me. But I don't do brand deals often because they can often be a headache. Because I can't just always make what I want. And I just like doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeremy Johns said he got several offers to, get his own show in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Mainstream entertainment at the time. But now YouTube is mainstream. So we're mainstream anyway now. But he said he didn't want to do it because he liked doing his own thing. And I totally understand him. And that's why you don't see me do brand deals that much. When I get the patience for it, I'll start doing brand deals again. But I'm never going to kiss anybody's booty to get them done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, selling my soul figuratively in that way, kissing a company's ass, lying to them, saying the movie was great or this show was great. I'm not doing it. If I don't like it, I'll never get the entertainment that I want. You need to tell the truth. That's why they tell people not to sugarcoat things too much in relationships, even business relationships, which is what this would be. I've worked with several of these companies in the past: Warner Brothers, Disney, Star Wars. You know what I mean? Hasbro. I worked with several companies in the past, and it's like, if you don't tell the truth, you as a fan will never get what you want. But I guess if what you want is to be on your knees for that company, then go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I didn't see Angry Joe's review, but I heard he liked it. You know, I don't always do reactions to every single person's reviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he likes it, he likes it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I need you guys to understand this too. If I watch somebody else's review that has a different opinion of mine, it's not going to make me all of a sudden like the movie. Like that absolutely makes no sense. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, these are the reasons I already did my review. These are the reasons why I don't like it. And then I'm watching his review. I'm like, okay, these are the reasons why he liked it. Okay. I still don't like it. I don't think I've ever done a review before and seen someone type in the comments, you know what? After seeing your review, I like this movie. I used to hate it, but now I like it. Does that make sense? No. You know what I'm saying? Just respect people's opinions. It's like, okay, you know, let me check this 499 here. What'd you say here, brother? They should have shown Winter Soldier versus Bucky. It was teased too when the team finds Yelena in the foot. Oh, I don't remember that. Shoot, somebody send me that clip. And thank you very much, Quentin Gilmore. Appreciate you. Um, like the one thing that made me laugh out loud really hard in the theater was when Red Guardian, while they're all trying to protect each other and things are all flying around the room, he grabs the pillow and tears it apart. It's like, bruh, you didn't do a damn thing. All you did was tear a pillow in half. But I did like when he saved the little girl. You know, John cracked on his back. That was cool. You know, but they just made him a buffoon. And you know, I like comedy, but I also like badassery. And I would really like to get the prime. The prime. I would like to get the prime version of the Red Guardian. But we don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Sentry's got a lot of powers, doesn't he? I mean, like flight, super strength. What's he got? Telekinesis, and he's. I've never known much about Sentry. I've actually watched a couple videos on him. I know he's not a super popular character, but he is a super powered character. He's extremely, extremely powerful. I hope they do more with him. Personally, I think he should have got his own movie. He should have originally got his own movie. That's what I think. I think he could, if they did it right, he could have, and it was marketed properly, he could go toe to toe with Superman in the movies. You get what I'm saying? Like James Gunn bringing out Superman while Marvel is bringing out Sentry. You get what I'm saying? And if Marvel did things correctly, people might come out of the theater like, yo, this is Marvel Superman. This is, whoa. You know what I'm saying? They didn't explain how Nebula got Bucky's arm. I don't remember what you're talking about. Nope, girl bosses only. The old Imagine Superman versus. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like how they were, you know, they're really going in on Timu Cat. You know, they was going in on him, weren't they? What you call him? B team Cap, junior varsity Cap. They was going in on him, man. Yeah, the White Wolf arc, man. They ain't gonna do nothing with that. Yeah, it's a movie about therapy. Yeah, you know, some people, you know, the coffee drinkers, they're like, I understood the undertones of the mental illness that they were exploring. I did too. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it was still boring to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because they went a little deeper than normal in most Marvel films doesn't mean it was good. But If you like it, you like it. It was good to you. You know what I'm saying? Here's another thing I know with guys. Have you ever heard from one of your boys that some chick was pretty good, and then somewhere along the way you had a chance, and you're like, what was he talking about? He told me it was off the chain, that this chick was a freak. This was some straight up grandma stuff. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? What's good to you ain't good to everybody else. You know, like part of me can't understand that this many people think this movie is that good. Like you can't trust Rotten Tomatoes. You just absolutely can't. But there's certain people that I trust that are giving good reviews. So I do know that people are liking this legitimately. How much of this landslide is true though? Somebody wrote earlier on in my comment section, well, reviews don't lie. And it really sounded like they were really trying to be like serious. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, yeah, I understand your opinion, Tyrone, da, 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 da. Yeah, but hey, those reviews don't lie. And I was like, I hope this is sarcasm. I hope this is all sarcasm. I'm like, reviews don't lie. They have bot farms on both sides to make a movie look great and make a movie look bad. Companies use bots to make things, to get things started on Twitter. Come on. I do not trust Rotten Tomatoes at all. But I will talk about the reviews. I will speculate on them, whether they're true or not. Do you see Jeremy Renner's interview where, yeah, I heard about that, refused. Yeah, I was going to do a video on it. Maybe I'll do a video on it tomorrow. But I did hear about that. Yeah, they wanted to pay him like half. Yeah, I saw that. I saw a headline for it or whatever, I was like, oh, man. I was like, look, good you didn't come back. They weren't going to do nothing but sideline you anyway for the chick they're using to replace you. Okay, so it don't matter. Yup. I was hoping there was going to be Dr. Doom. There was no Dr. Doom. No hint at Dr. Doom that I remember. No hint at Dr. Doom. Yeah, people also say Hyperion is also Marvel's Superman. There's a lot of dumb Marvel comedy in this. Yeah, their comedy was not landing for me in this. There was points in the movie where I'm watching it, right? And Scarlett was sitting next to me, and I like tap her on the shoulder. But that was supposed to be funny. That was a joke. She was like, huh? I was like, that was a joke. And like, she didn't laugh. I was like, that was a joke. It's rare that me and her don't agree on movies. And I think that's actually really cool. Like we tend, look, I'll tell you this. They tell you Marvel should make Blade 4. Of course they should, with Wesley Snipes, yes. Yeah, I'll make sure that I answer all super chats, by the way. They tell you opposites attract, and they really do. But the studies show that to have a long-term relationship with somebody, you have to have a lot of similarities. It's cool to be different, but you have to have a lot of similarities. And I started to know over time that the more I watched movies with her, I'm like, yo, she like thinks like I do in a lot of ways. Like, she doesn't always see whatever I see in movies because I'm deeper. Like I'm more of a philosopher. I see a lot of deeper things that she doesn't see sometimes. But she'll see things though. Sometimes. Sometimes she'll pick up things. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, okay, I didn't see that. Okay. But we like a lot of the same stuff. If you watch our movie reviews, like we don't tell each other what we're going to give the score. And when we do our scores, they're usually the same or like a half a point difference. So if I give something a 2.5, she might give it a 3 or a 2. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. Yeah, it was dull. Dull a few times. Yeah, very dull. I made it, yeah, I was like in the middle of the movies. I was like, hey, want to go get this to eat? And she was like, yeah, let's go. She was ready to leave. I was like, babe, I can't. I have to watch this all the way through so I could do the full movie review at Rondé the Bear Game Bars. Did you see that tweet from Rockstar delaying GTA 6? Okay, listen, guys. Listen, Alex P. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not coming down on you. You guys need to check my channel every day. I make videos every day. I already made a video on this, and you don't even know about it. I already made a video on this. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny as I run into people on the street. They'd be like, yo, man, I watch you all the time. And then they'll start talking to me. Like, yeah, man, they're coming out with this. What do you think of that? I'm like, I put a video out today on that. Or I put a video out on yesterday. Oh, man, I said, I thought you said you watch me all the time. Oh, well, I didn't get a chance to see that one, though. You need to check our channels every day if you want to see our videos. Because if you don't watch us every day, you won't get the notifications. You won't. I'm serious. They'll stop sending them to you. You skip a few days watching us, that's how YouTube's doing it now. Will all Marvel movies be this bad? I hope not, good sir. I hope not. Question for you guys. The chick with the Tulsi Gabbard hair, with the rogue, does she have that in the comics? Or is that a Tulsi Gabbard, dig? Yeah, Doom was very boring to me, but people loved it. So to each of their own. I was going to post somebody's comment today. They were like, you didn't like this? I'm unsubscribing. I was like, they've got to see this. Because I know they don't really believe me sometimes that people actually send these comments to me. I helped him. I helped him. Because we can tell whether you're subscribed or not when you comment. There's a certain icon next to your name when you comment. And we know if you're subscribed or not. Okay? Just so you know. Because I've seen people talk about, yo, I'm subscribed. And like, no, you're not. Because the icon's not next to your name. Like, stop lying to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm unsubscribing. You didn't like this the last time. I'm like, banned. And like, I didn't even finish reading his comment. I'm like, yo, some dudes are just insane, yo. I don't have to like everything you like. Do you have hope for Avengers Doomsday? Y'all know how exhausted I am. Y'all know how exhausted I am. Truthfully, not much hope. Not much hope. I don't have much hope. But if the Russos have, if they haven't been gotten to, they will make us a movie that we're going to like. Like Ryan Reynolds did with Deadpool and Wolverine, you can say there were certain elements in there, but, I know what you mean. But overall, that was a movie for the fans. That was high fan service. And they did a good job for the most part. So, no, I'm not going to review The Accountant 2 because I haven't seen The Accountant 1. I'd rather see that first before going to see The Accountant 2. So, I do want to go see Until Dawn, though. I do want to go see that. I was thinking about it tonight, but it just didn't work out that way. Yeah. No need for me to lie. That's right. What am I alive for? One thing I'm consistent with is telling y'all the truth about movies. Because I tell you when I don't like something, whether it gives me views or not. And I tell you when I like something, whether it gives me views or not. Like if people really paid attention to what I said, and people say like I do things for views, like they're idiots. Like they have to be 5 years old or something, or parroting something. Like it's like if you look, I'll say something. I'll give something. I'll talk about something, and it won't. It might not. It might only get like 10,000 views. Now, if I don't like it, you know what I'm saying? How is that doing it for the views? like I just talk about what I want to talk about. That's why you see my videos get a lot of different views. Sometimes I see 10,000, sometimes I see 20, sometimes I see 30, 50, 80,000, 100,000 or more. Like it just depends on what I'm talking about and what I say. I don't care. You know what I mean? Chilling, Katina. Chilling. Uh Wait, this was out. This one of them got skipped. Hold on, what's this? Did it feel a tiny bit like the show The Boys? Also, you it did. It did. I know what you mean. It did feel a little bit like that. Also, you notice how the capes flap these days. Like I noticed they don't really flap. Yeah, it's definitely not a Zack Snyder day. Cape flap. His are a little different. Oh, two end credit scenes. So I already told you about the first one. They see a spaceship entering the atmosphere, and it's the Fantastic Four ship. And the first one is a mid-credit, post-credit scene. That one, I thought it was funny. Scarlett didn't get it at first. She didn't know what he was doing. So, um, no, they didn't hype me up. No, they didn't. So I'm not hyped about the Fantastic Four. So knowing that the Fantastic Four entered their atmosphere didn't hype me up. But the first one was funny because Red Guardian is in the grocery store and they now are finally on a Wheaties box. He's talking to a lady in the grocery store and like it looks like she's trying to figure out what cereal to get or something. He was like, "How about you get this?" And he puts his face next to the box. And she's like, "Okay, thank you." And she like walks away from him, and he sees her put the box down when she gets to the end of the aisle. Like, what the hell? She just had to get away from this crazy dude. And I was like, babe, he was showing her that he's on the box. But he's wearing a helmet on the box. Like he's funny, but they lean so heavy into it that like, okay, so the Russos did it right? In retrospect, I don't think they should have nerfed Thor like that. But many people say, well, they nerfed Thor because Thor is the only one that could take out Thanos by himself if he's on point. And I was like, okay, that's a I got you. But I think there's also a way to write it properly with keeping him in shape. But stay with me here. So a lot of people said that the Russos did it right because Thor, yeah, he was fat, he was out of shape, and he was made to be a joke in Endgame. However, he did have his badass moments. And they don't really do that with Red Guardian. You know what I'm saying? Like he has like what, one, maybe two? I'm just thinking of the one with the thing falls on his back. I mean, they have team moments together. You know what I'm saying? They have team moments together, but let me see. Only went to theaters for Century. Love how accurately strong they depicted him. Hope they show more of him and his powers. Yeah. I hope they do too. I definitely hope they do too, man. Yeah, I hope they do too. He played crazy pretty well, that dude. Yeah, yeah, they nerfed Hulk too. Yeah, I didn't even think about it in Endgame, but everybody wanted that Hulk uh, that Hulk rematch, and we didn't get it. What else y'all want to know about this? Spoiler talk. Spoiler. What else you guys want to know about this spoiler talk? So the Fantastic Four show up at the end of the movie. Okay? Needs more garlic. Hey, Reed. Let's see, I hope you are doing okay. You look so tired lately. I'm not tired. It's a bit worrying. No, I'm fine. I am not tired. Maybe go check up. Come on, bruh. This dude. Let's see here. What the hell? Okay, there we go. They should have gave Yelena a show before Echo. That always bothered me. Could have had Zima. I don't care about her though. Like, I don't care about her. So to me, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't have cared if she had a show. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the White Vision should have been in there. Yeah, they could have brought him back. I don't know why they didn't. Let me see here. the No, when I look like this, hey guys, that's when you need to be worried. Only thing I am now is overweight. That's it. I'm not tired. Maybe it's bad lighting. Yeah, and if I was on meth, I wouldn't have this extra weight on me. Y'all show me an overweight meth head. He just started. He's an overweight meth head. He just started. It's like his second day. Oh, yeah. Century was on meth. Yeah, Century was on meth. I think he said that. Or something like that. Yeah, see, I don't know much about Century. I know a little about Century. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that the Void also had a monstrous form. I didn't know that. I've seen kind of pictures when people were talking about it, but it never stuck with me. I just remember this golden-haired god-looking dude, and I'm just like, geez. I remember what Century looked like, but I didn't remember the Void. I'm trying to think. What else? What else can I talk about that's spoilerish in here? Oh yeah, I asked you guys. I don't think I saw it. Does the lady that has the rogue hair, does she look like that in the comics? I would assume that she doesn't. No, I'm not looking forward to James Gunn's Superman. I am extremely worried. Oh, she does. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Cool. Figured they'd keep it a rogue thing and wouldn't, do it to anybody else. Thank you. I will keep up the good work, Zach. Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch. I don't watch I don't like to watch super satanic or demonic movies. Ask me do I think Constantine 2 will ever happen? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Never seen the first one. Oh yeah, there's a whole movement. Y'all know there's a whole movement going on for boycotting Superman. think it's like hashtag while it's closed, something like that. I've seen a few of the videos. They ain't playing either. They ain't not playing. It's so crazy that like I know live this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling bad about the movie scene because I'm like none of these trailers are doing anything for me. Think about it. Like think about it. First of all, whether you believe the reviews are true or not, as a whole, for Thunderbolts, right? It's still tracking box office numbers like Eternals. And we know Eternals was a big piece of trash, right? But a lot of people do not have faith in the James Gunn Superman movie. No one cares about Scarlett Johansson's dinosaur movie. A lot of people are also worried about Fantastic Four. People are now worried about the Predator movie. Like it's like I feel like this year more than anything, I'm seeing like possible future failure after failure after failure after failure after failure, man. And it don't feel good. I hope all of them prove me wrong. I hope they all prove me wrong so I got something good to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, would I want a Thunderbolts too? Hell no. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Dude said blame Trump's tariffs. Why are the movies so bad lately? It's tariffs. Now, I swear, I would love for some actor, producer, executive director to say that tariffs are the reason why the movies are failing. I would love that. 1,000% agree. Sentry should have had his own movie focused on him becoming this new symbol of hope for the world with Void as the villain. Damn right, sir. Or maybe even somebody else as the villain, and maybe the Void kind of being his own kryptonite. You know what I mean? Like he had to overcome the Void at some point in order to beat somebody else or get his head straight. Winter Soldier versus Bucky would have been a nice concept, being a team movie to see all of them in the Void facing the past. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, this super-ish hashtag is gonna bite them in the butt if this movie is bad. It is gonna bite them in the butt cheeks. In the butt cheeks. Y'all know it, and I know it. Yeah. Why, thank you, EEE. EEE says they trust my opinion. I appreciate it. You know. I noticed there were a lot of people in the comments attacking people for saying that because I didn't like the movie, that they weren't going to go see it. But one thing you have to understand, like, I know what you're saying by saying, hey, see it for yourself. Like, I get that. But you have to understand that not everybody makes decisions the way you do. Some people, before they buy something, they go to their favorite review channel. If Marquez Brownlee does not like this phone, they're not buying it. So to say, buy it and see it if you like it, you can always return it, they may not feel like going through that hassle. So I'm a person that does say, go see it for yourself. I get that. But you can't, all right, man, I'm going to ban you in a second, and you know who I'm talking about. So if you want to get banned, you're about to get banned. You've done enough. Okay? Um, yeah. So just if they want to base whether they want to see it on me, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That is they have their free will to do that. You know what I mean? Like just certain people I go to when I'm watching certain things, depending on what I'm buying or what I'm looking for. A lot of times for me, I'm like, okay, this dude approves it. Yeah, I'll try it. It could be a supplement. You know what I mean? It just depends. Just is what it is. He stopped spamming. He stopped, y'all. Boring bolts. Banished from Magnus of Batamia. That's right. Yeah. Nerfed Bucky didn't really do much with him. It felt like I felt like he should have had a bigger presence, but this was Yelena's movie, and they let you know that this was Yelena's movie, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Uh, any other spoiler stuff you guys want to know or talk about this movie? Yeah, I'm not. See, oh, by the way, I get this comment a lot. I get this comment a lot. People either come to a movie review and say, I've been watching you for like 10 years. I'm surprised you like this movie. Or, I've been watching you for 10 years. I'm surprised you didn't like this movie. Then you ain't been watching long enough to figure me out. You have not been watching long enough to figure me out to know if I'm going to like something or not. So it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Yes, I liked Captain America 4 more than I liked this. Yes, I did. I do not care to watch either one again, though. But I liked it more. Especially with the Red Hulk chasing them at the end. Oh, I don't know what the worst Marvel movie is. This is definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? Multiverse of Madness, Quantum Mania. Man. Captain Marvel, definitely. The Marvels, definitely. There's so many of them in the trash right now. Madam Web, yeah. You know, people consider that, Sony's Marvel. Eternals, Ms. Marvel. Well, Ms. Marvel wasn't a movie; it was a series. But yeah. Why? Thank you, Dibbin. Dibbin says that I'm a legend. Yeah, Quantum Mania. But you want to build up Kang, and you do this to him. Have a bunch of ants beat him, and I get that the ants were advanced. That rhymed. They bad game bars, but it was the way they did it. It just made him look stupid the way they dragged him away or whatever. It was stupid. Yeah, the Flash. Flash was horrible. Thank you, Floyd. Appreciate it. I have to watch Thor: The Dark World again to see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever. It's my taste, so it is bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad movie, so it's bad because it was boring. You know what I'm saying? A movie can be bad for several reasons. My main gripe is that it was boring. That's why it was bad. The worst thing you can do when entertaining someone is bore them. You don't want someone to say they're bored, okay, when they're listening to your music, or when they're watching your television show or your movie. So that's one of the main reasons. Okay? They didn't give the fans what they wanted also. Okay? It should have revolved around Bucky. That's what everybody wanted, along with him leading the team. That's what everybody wanted. They did not give that to us. Okay? They gender swapped Ghost and Taskmaster. Everyone did not want that. Okay? Red Guardian is a big idiot. They could have gave us a prime Red Guardian that was also funny. They didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? They just did a lot of stupid stuff, man. So it's there's several reasons why the movie's bad to me, but the main one is I was bored. James Gunn and Tom Cruise said that, yeah, The Flash was, yeah, I know. I can't believe they both did that. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I told you guys, like, yo, like, if it means, like, if you make it into Hollywood, if it means that I have to lie about movies, then I don't want to be there. Don't try to come to me to get me to lie about how good a movie is, because I don't want to do it. Like, if that's in the contract or I have to lie about movies, no. The flush. Thanks, Floyd. Appreciate it. You know, listen, I'm a straight shooter. I just tell you how I feel, and that's it. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't try to hurt any feelings. I don't try to cause any trouble. I just give you my honest opinion on entertainment, and I get hate for it. So it is what it is. I'm not trying to hate anything. I'm not going into the theater with a magnifying glass looking for something to hate on. I give them all a shot, and I've been fooled before. Didn't think I was going to like Transformers 1, ended up loving it. So, I wasn't sure about the Batman, ended up loving it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else about this that's spoiler, like, good enough to talk about? I don't think so, right? I think I might have covered everything. Remember when I talked spoilers about Infinity War and other stuff? Well, those were chock full of talking about stuff. Nothing to talk about but this, because it was boring. Bro, I could foretell the whole plot just by the trailer. Yeah, yeah. I told you how they were gonna beat them. Uh oh, my battery's at 5%. It's at 5%. I'm gonna have to get going. But yeah, I told you. I said a character this powerful, they are going to have to get into his mind to stop him, and that's exactly what happened. So it is what it is. All right, y'all. I'm going to end the stream. Good talk. Good talk. I've been thinking about maybe doing more live streams where I sit here and just chat with y'all. So I'll do a poll probably to see what you guys want. Let me know. All right. 10 million subscribers. Woo! Oh, by the way, make sure you all subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you replace all the people that have unsubscribed because they're mad at me because I didn't like their bad movie. Okay? Show them who's boss. 10 million subscribers. Woo.